Welcome back to Final Fantasy 1 for the PSP. So, let's get to the second optional dungeon, the Hellfire Chasm. The heat surrounding the door is gone.
Great.
But now that our princess become king, no one is like, yeah, I already read this.
Yeah.
Alright, now, guess what the theme of the dungeon is?
Water. Sure, it's
Absolutely
just
no, Jova. But yeah,
What are you talking about? This is very clearly water.
Oh, I recognise this theme. This is from Final Fantasy IV, isn't it?
Well, yeah, specifically the dungeon theme that was remixed for the CDO12.
This is a 1980s video game, so of course we're gonna go for a fire level, a water level, a mountain level, a forest level.
They're also mostly associated with the fiends that we had defeated. The previous dungeon, was more associated with Earth because we defeated the Lich. This is tied to Marilith, so of course instead it's fire, and so the theme will go for the other two.
Of course.
See, with this game, it's excusable because this game was released in 1987, the original one at least. Whereas SCWRM came out in 2013 PS3, 2015 PS4, and yet it's still doing the exact same basic 80s.
Hot.
Yeah, the gimmick of this particular floor is that don't step on the red tile, step on the white one, otherwise you basically get.
Thank you for carrying us, Jova. You're the real MVP.
Actually, all of you
it's still
take,
very hot in your pocket, but still.
Actually, all of you take damage equally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How does it even work?
How does that work? We're in his
We're in
pocket.
his dimensional pocket.
That's exactly the point, Shiroi. Since his pockets are burning, we are inside the pockets, therefore we burn too.
So we're hot pockets now?
Yes.
Anyway, the bosses are distributed in a different way. Hold on, I'll mention this later. Ooh. What a treat! What a treat to be the one to send you to your graves. Perish knowing that it was Scarmiglione who fed your corpses to the earth.
Oh, shut up and fight us.
Scarmiglione.
Basically, the bosses of these are the dungeon bosses we do face in this dungeon are the elemental archfiends for Final Fantasy IV, which instead were based on demons from Dante's Divine Comedy. The problem is that Sakaguchi, or whatever was responsible for choosing the names, decided to make no research because the name associated with these demons are completely fucked up. First of all, in someone with some curly, very rough hair, that are not combed well, and mostly associated with the red color. So of course, we're not seeing it now, but in a second. So of course, they decided to make it a giant mole-like creature, completely brown with some tentacles. And believe me, it doesn't stop there. But the point is that this first form is actually piece easy. You just need to actually spam your fire spells, and again, he's undead, so you should be fine. Go on, Dweebs.
So they're using. It's interesting for a Final Fantasy 1 boss. They're using the boss theme from.
No, it's not. Remember, the elemental archfiends are separated and originated from 4. Anyway, you've given me a fine death. Indeed you have. And only in death can you know the true terror of Scarmiglione. Yeah, his gimmick is that he's an undead and he becomes more powerful if you kill him once. But again, don't worry, warriors. This first elemental archfiend is relatively easy compared to the other ones.
Oh, nice.
Alright then, bring it on.
But yeah,
unfortunately, all your buff actually, vanish from fight to fight, so you have to recast all of them. Go on.
Oh.
Again, it's excusable here because this game was made back when this shit was actually kind of new. But no, by the time we get to 2015, and Valhalla is still doing the whole, oh, you must go to the Yatagan lava flows. Gee, and like I said to Teo, I wonder if this is going to be the fire dungeon of the game.
Honestly, I don't really find that a problem.
That wouldn't be so bad if it were fun. but
I have nothing wrong with,
I
trying that format if the game is actually
I
good.
also find it interesting how instead a game that I played recently, Shining Resonance Refrain, tries to break the mold by having not necessarily the crystal elements, but dragons associated with the element. So there's the sea dragon, the wind dragon, the earth dragon, and the shadow dragon. No fire dragon whatsoever. I guess we just said, well, fuck the fire element, I guess.
Dang. It's just a shame because dragons are normally known for fire anyway.
I guess they take it for granted there, but whatever. The point is that what I was making was not point, but another thing to mention is that for some reason, for making the boss theme from these four, they chose the generic boss theme from Final Fantasy IV itself. The thing is, the Elemental Archfiend actually have their own personal boss theme that they use, not like one for each, but one specifically that they share that is actually personal with them. It's literally called like Battle with the Four Emperors or something, and it's very peculiar. But instead they just decided to use the generic one. I don't know why.
I guess because theming?
I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, again, like I was saying, on the 5th floor, or 10th floor, you will be able to choose between one of two bosses, and the same will happen, for the last floor. So basically, you have to take this dungeon 2 times to actually face all the bosses and get all the possible rewards. Come on, Warrior Jova, it's just simple lava. That isn't killed
stop
anyone.
complaining and run. We're burning too. You don't hear us moaning.
You guys are just getting back bits from the fire. I am literally coming into contact with molten magma. It
Why
hurts
did we make
the
you the
feet.
leader? You win so much.
Dwibs, I know for certain
on.
you'd be complaining.
You're
even
just
more.
in time, my little playmates. I get so lonely here. Won't you keep me company?
No.
Alright, this next one is, for the sake of fucking up name, Cagnazzo. The name is a sort of, not misunderstood, but disprecative for saying bad dog. And it's a blue turtle. Like, okay, man. But here's the gimmick with this one. In the original game, Cagnazzo started at this gimmick of having some, I think, ice spells. Then it will start like a curtain of water around him, and that was your signal to use Thunder Spell on it, because otherwise it will use his signature attack, Tsunami. Here, he just use it regularly, no warning whatsoever. So basically, either you resist it or constantly heal it, or you're fucked.
Well,
This is basically the first of the major difficult bosses that you will face through the optional dungeon from now on.
I guess that's why he considers us his playmates if he's just toying with us.
There you go. And by the way, the attack animation takes quite a bit.
Bit of irony that a
The
water
animation
boss.
takes so long, I'm surprised the characters didn't try and dodge
I mean, it's not the stuff like Eden in Final Fantasy VIII or our Arc in Final Fantasy IX. For some reason, in the late PS1 titles, they decided to have very long animations for some of the summons. Also, Dweebs is down.
Of course.
Well, Dweebs, maybe next time learn to swim.
Am I the one to find some irony?
Well, we've
that
been
was
flying
thinking?
about mainly, and have been in boats and haven't had much chance to swim.
Actually, we've been in several ships and whatnot, but am I the one who finds irony, guys, that we're facing a water boss in a volcano? Turns out I was right when I said that there would be water.
Yes, how
in
come this water ain't turning into steam? Yeah, I know, I'm questioning logic in a game with
Remember, it already doesn't use the conventional Smogvention thing about lava. You don't having to stand too close to lava because it wouldn't allow you to breathe even.
So, Dwibs, welcome back to the land of the living.
For now.
Well, I mean, I wasn't dead, I was unconscious.
All the same, consciousness is a good sign.
Just be glad that Jova's enchantment, thanks also to his Calibur, are enough to deal enough damage to these turtle.
So yes, it turns out I was right that there would be water in this dungeon.
Well, we're not done yet. Two down, two to go, Jova.
Goody.
So get to the teleporter.
Yes.
No.
Just first, give me some healing items.
Get to the teleporter!
Thank
Well,
you.
I forgot, what did Robotnik call this invention in The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog? Was like teleporter or something, like a wordplay.
I forgot.
Oh god, it's been a
It was
while.
Anyway.
something, I think.
Anyway, more lava for you.
So what's this track
Great.
from then? Is this from Dissidia again?
It's the same with Weaves. Basically, I use it for consistency's sake. Alright, this dungeon, this particular floor is a bitch, because the people are roaming in a specific pattern, and you have to actually get to, they're actually positioned strategically, so they don't allow you to pass. Now, in some pieces, you could circumvent them around them by going onto the shiny floor, except that it triggers an encounter for every step that you take. So, do you prefer to actually try to reach the proper position at the cost of mashing the directional keys, or do you prefer to have an encounter for every step you make?
The heck are these people even doing, getting in our way?
Yeah, don't bother talking to them. They just literally say something like, get out of this floor. So there's that. And by the way, the position of the exit in this floor is always randomized. Just fantastic.
This is definitely the game taking.
Also, for this next one, you have the war map to explore. Not even joking.
What?
This is so bizarre. You're exploring the war map in a floor of a dungeon, and
In a volcano, mind you.
Maybe
What the heck
it's a
is going
hologram or
on?
something.
it's the holodeck from Star Trek.
Yeah.
This
And
is
trust me,
But even more, you could make an entire world.
and trust me, finding the exit is not really easy either, because you really have to scour all over the place.
wow.
Also, more lava.
They really pulled out all the stops. Ow! God! That's one of the few times it sucks to be wearing metal shoes.
Actually,
Change your shoes then.
This really wasn't thought through very well, was
the
it?
iron protection actually is supposed to help you counter that, but
How
Yeah.
nice. It still hurts.
Yep. Our leader, everybody, he doesn't wear the right shoes for the job.
I'm sorry, but the float spell has not been invented yet, okay?
It's better than barefoot, at least, I think.
Yeah.
How
better
would
than
how will Rapunzel fare in a volcano like this?
Well, she would most likely just use her hair to.
Yeah, she'd be swinging everywhere.
yeah.
her hair would burn off.
Her hair would
Well,
burn up.
that's the thing.
Not
in the-
Rapunzel's
in the-
hair,
Hair
Drebs.
is magic.
In the actual Tangle series, they do add a property to them by making them indestructible. So there's that.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
everyone else would be absolutely screwed, but Rapunzel would be fine.
Poor
Yeah.
Pascal.
Was there a volcano level in the Tangled section of Kingdom Hearts 3?
No.
Well, there's no volcanoes in Corona,
Alright,
so it wouldn't really make any
next
sense
boss.
anyway.
I suppose I
Kingdom Hearts
underestimated
not
you.
making sense. That would be.
I didn't think you would make it this far. No matter, Barbaricha's wings shall cut you down. Alright, get this. Barbaricha literally means curly beard. This is a
Where's the
woman
beard?
with long hair.
Dude, exactly, where's the beard? It's
Hey.
like a whole werewolf thing all over
square
again.
soft.
That's like calling a bald guy long
I
hair.
appreciate the references to the Divine Comedy, but next time try to get to the point.
Her hair is even curly. Christ.
Well, honestly, I'd say her hair is plenty curly there. It's
No,
She-
it's not curly. It's just curled in the. It's not curly.
but don't you see, Shuri? It's curvy.
Her boss fight is also butchered down a bit because normally the gimmick for Final Fantasy IV would have been that whenever you face her, she can use her hair to turn into a tornado because she's associated with the elemental wind, and the gimmick would have used to use Kain, a Dragoon ability, to use his jump to actually break that enchantment and make her return to the normal form. The problem is that the other signature attack, Tornado, I think, or Maelstrom, it keeps changing with each new title, actually potentially reduces your HP to 1, or at least in critical. So basically a simple single attack may actually kill your character afterward. So always try to keep your HP high for this one.
Damn, she's as deadly as she is beautiful. We'll have to put this one down,
Well,
guys.
here's the thing, Jova. I wanted to maybe elaborate a bit more when it actually will be present for 4, but to share is the light. Barbaricha is not exactly interested in men, but here's the problem. She's the predatorial type, so not exactly
she's
the
going,
best.
So she's going down.
Not exactly the best representation.
Damn, it's time to cancel her then.
Literally. Oh, there you go. Now
Well, we're
it's
about to
called
straight up
Cyclone.
murder her, so you know.
Well, I mean, we can't. Jeremy, if you
shit.
any attack.
Also,
Come on.
Tio,
Ow.
Yeah.
I can't actually tell because of the way her sprite is positioned, but like, has she got lava flowing from her, or is that just the way the outfit
No,
is?
no. She's just positioned there in the map. But basically, the lava you're seeing is part of the map.
I was
Sure.
thinking the same thing at first. It looked like lava was coming from.
I was
the void.
thinking that's cool, and I was trying to figure out if it was part of the design or not.
That's also because of the shading. The problem of a lack of shading because their bikini outfit is orange, which blends a bit with the one of the lava. So a better position of the sprite would have been better. But anyway, she's going down, thankfully.
Yes.
Ah. What a shame. It could have worked out better if you were a good guy.
Well, you got a sword, Jova. Too bad it's not really useful at this point.
Well done, Jeremy. You have sword.
But is it as good as Excalibur?
No. You will get a better weapon later on.
Nice.
Alright, let's get instead to the remaining Elemental Archfiend. Again, I just edited so it blends more effectively.
Onward, guys. Follow me to victory.
And to lava.
Yes. It's going to hurt, but I can manage it.
Sure.
Edge, if you run quick enough, it's fine.
Look, like you said, I'm the tank. That's part of the reason why I'm the leader.
Wait.
I kind of tend to shoulder most of the damage.
Wait.
Shoulder it. You've been moaning about it because you've been moaning about it, yet you don't wear the proper foot equipment.
Dwibs. Again, I still manage.
You still manage. You still keep moaning about it.
Also, this was optional, so you didn't know he was
I
coming
am
here.
Rubicante.
True,
Let us
yeah.
measure your war warriors in the crucible of my flames.
Change your equipment before
Okay,
you go on
here's
to
the
it, then.
one Elemental Archfiend they got it right. Rubicante means red. So, where is that?
Yeah.
At least. And is associated with the Elemental Fire. Now, the thing that it kept pro 4, unfortunately, is chivalry, because Rubicante is surprisingly a good sport. Normally, before any of his encounters, he will heal the party just to have them test him at their full strength, you know.
Oh, that's nice of you.
But unfortunately, he doesn't do that here. I guess
Oh.
they just decided, I'm in a different dimension. Well, fuck whoever lives here.
It's not like I'm gonna be back here anyway.
They
There
also,
would be a
his
shame if
strategy is
somebody
also a bit
told you.
butchered because normally instead in 4, his strategy would have been that the cloak that he's wearing is actually quite ingenious. Being a fire demon, he would be susceptible to ice. So what does he wear? An ice-proof cloak, meaning that when he actually does that gesture that you're seeing right now on his sprite, it means that he's covered and he actually absorbs
Go
the
faster,
elemental
Jova.
ice.
Thank you.
The trick would be actually waiting for him to open when he actually tries to use his signature attack, Inferno, and actually strike at that moment. But here the fight is being more simplified.
It's kind of like how level 5 Abbey translated red J into Rubius J. You know, gotta use words that mean red, you know, for these kinds of situations.
I guess for the Western audience, Red J was too simple of a name.
Yeah, Rubius J, just to sound fancier.
I mean, that's the point. You know, Venoct needs to spoof that Naruto stuff. Anyway, let's see what spell I can have used cast. I forgot what I was doing.
I doubt you can swap in the equipment right now.
You can actually, but I forgot if it costs a turn or not. But you can actually swap equipment on the go if you want.
Huh.
But again, the gimmick is to actually use equipment that you're not using as an item to cast the corresponding spell if you're not versatile in that kind of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the most useful would be for someone, like Dweebs that has no natural magic to cast the one Valdic Invisira, which doesn't require a high magic stat and just applies the buff to everyone. Alright, they called it Scorch here. That's also another thing. Probably depending on the team that is assigned to it for the American division, a couple of the signature attack of enemies and bosses of the Final Fantasy games tend to be renamed from time to time, depending. So it creates a slight lack of consistency in some moves. The most egregious example are the ones associated with the air, because we're like 4 examples, something like Maelstrom, Cyclone, Tornado, and Storm, I think. So basically, they're supposedly kind of the same attack, but they keep changing their name constantly through the games, so there's not a single consistent one. But alas.
And Rubicant is down.
Punch to that by Dweebs. And you get the Kikuichimonchi Katana.
Yes.
Also another ribbon. This is actually a great grab reward. So who do we put this on?
Oh, great.
See,
There
guys,
you go.
magic.
It's particularly nice on you.
You see, guys, magic is one thing, but it can only get you so far. Sometimes you have to use a good old-fashioned rumble tumble.
I guess.
Not incorrect.
Anyway, well, Warriors, I hope you had fun, because the next 2 optional dungeons will be the one where your teeth will regret the most, so prepare to die a lot. So see you for the next one, when I show the optional dungeon that's quite possibly the hardest one, the one based on Final Fantasy V. See ya.
Oh,
See ya.
boy.
So yeah.
See ya.